Oh, good morning, viewers. Welcome once again to another edition of Just a Shot. And this edition is a special one because we are going to have our hosts as our guests this morning. So this morning, welcome with me, my co-host, Dr. Sin. I call her Mrs. Ekeneke, the CEO of Esca Property. Am I correct? At homes,
Yeah,
right?
Esca Properties.
Yes, please. You're welcome once again to the
Thank
show.
you.
Pleased to have you. And this morning, I have with me our major hosts. Now, as our guest this morning, our mama in the house, Mrs. Tommy Bumi Alabi. Please, a round of applause for her. This is a special birthday edition. Yes, please.
Yeah,
You
I feel like a guest. So I'm a guest. So I'm glad to be on the hot seat today.
Yes.
I beg. Do me jeje.
Your jeje.
Dorcas, do me jeje.
Think about it.
Maybe I need water. Please, I need cold water down. Please use out cold water so I can use it to calm down when the heat is getting.
I can assure you'll be very nice.
How have you offended me before?
No. There's no issue. We are good.
Okay,
We are good.
Yeah, it's good to be sitting down and answering questions.
Yes.
And I feel so good. I feel so relaxed. Nothing they happen now.
Oh,
Bring it on.
I like that.
Bring
I like
it on.
that.
That is cool.
Yes. Before we continue on that, we know that on Sunday you have your birthday, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, congratulations.
You had all the fun. You had the extra surprise. Odogu.
Let me start from that. Odogu Parara. Odogu has
Yes.
surprises. As in, this one they don't shout. They don't do bish all the time. But once they come, like they come big.
Yes.
Honestly,
Please
that
shout
was
out
very
to my
perfect.
husband, our Odogu Parara. Thank you. Bringing Mike Abdul for that Thanksgiving.
Honestly.
In fact.
On the cake. And funny enough, Mike Abdul he's my person's favorite artist.
Yes.
I love his song so much, and I said, wow, this is because I've been thinking that how we should bring Mike Abdul to this church for this pastor for our program. But
And then
when
he's
I saw him
surprised.
that day, I
Wow.
was like, wow, this is a dream come true. So
Yeah.
thank you very much. And for Mike Abdul too, thank you for making my day special.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
Sunday. Actually, most people thought Sunday was my birthday.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I almost thought it was a baby.
Yeah.
No, we still have program coming. She'll be talking about that
Yeah,
today. Asking
yeah,
that
because of the
question.
program. Yeah.
And I didn't even have the plan for all this long. I don't want to shout because I don't like Nakpari. I don't like bragging. I don't like.
I know.
I don't like. I used to be shy.
I know left to you alone. You want something so.
But if I tell you that I'm shy, I don't know. Maybe you can just talk about it. What people don't know about me is I used to be very, very shy.
Shy, but you worked on it, right?
Yes, I think Just a Chat is one of the platforms that helped me to come out of the shyness and the what I do. So I didn't plan all these big all
things.
this, but the way everything was just playing out, all of you that really came, people that came, honestly, they made that Thanksgiving work well. And all to God. Yes, all to God.
I'm glad you enjoy your day. And that will take us to our first question for you. I want to ask what propelled you to, before we go to your foundation, because that's what Sunday was all about.
Yeah.
But what propelled you to start? I know you have a lot of programs for single mothers. You did Unbroken for I think we have the 7 series now online.
Yeah, the 6
and
series.
6 series, yes. And you've been working on a lot of women. I want to ask, what brought the passion?
Okay, what brought the passion? Like I shared the testimony, it's a testimony and is the vision, the foundation of the vision, and I think I just remember to be talking about it because sometimes I just look at it that why am I even doing all these things? And until when you just accept something that this thing is a calling, it's a calling that you don't just find yourself, it's always important for you to don't just jump at something because everybody's doing it.
Yes.
Like I said that I would have loved to do something maybe with children, teenagers and the likes, even though I was doing that before. But when I just navigated into single motherhood, I just found myself doing it. So recently, I think maybe a few weeks ago was when I remember I linked that revelation with this thing that I'm doing now, that while I was still maybe in my early 20s, I think, or late teens, I had this revelation that, I was moving with some group of women, of ladies, like we were going for a battle, and while walking with falls, I just looked up to the sky and I saw a sword in the sky. And by the time I looked down, I saw that the sword was in my hand. And that was just very brief like that. I was like, wow, is it like maybe God has given a mandate that, okay, there are some women that God wants you to help
Yes.
to go and fight a battle, to
them.
liberate them from something. Because then, as a teenager, as a young person, the thing we used to think about there was who to marry now.
Yes.
And be
Marrying
married
and
to
settling
marry
down.
and settling down. But when God say, okay, you have to do something for people. We're always very selfish with what we get. But not knowing that there are some people that God has destined you to also help. Because as you are helping people, God is sorting you out.
Yeah.
So I was now linking this thing together. Like I said that some years back, like let's say 7-8 years back, I used to see a lot of single ladies around me, around my team, because I had singles program for both male and female. But I realized that I had some single ladies, single mothers around me, mature single ladies. Mind you, it's not only Unbroken is not only about single mother, it's also for mature single ladies.
Okay.
And now we're also even bringing married women inside.
Okay.
Because there are some married people, but they are living like single women.
Single.
There are so many married people that they're even broken in their marriages, and they're even looking for a way out. Because the truth is, it's not all marriages that can survive. A lot of people have died in that marriage, and they've tried solution and it's not working. They've gone for seminar and it's not working, and they need a way out. So it's not until when you buy you buy in the marriage. So some people need that courage to really come out of that toxic relationship, and some people need help, guide on how to restore their home. So that's what Unbroken Community is about. But we just focus our attention on that single mothers, because they're the one that's a lot of them become single mother by the virtue of maybe they made mistakes. Some didn't even make mistakes. Some intentionally said they want to become a single mother. Some went to marry someone, maybe thinking that I will use pregnancy to hold this guy. So a lot of people became single mother, and some when they lost their husband at a very tender age, they become single mother. So a lot of situations can lead to being a single mother, and we realize that okay, these people need community. Some religious settings don't really have time for that. They focus more on maybe women department, men department, children, and that's all. So I discovered, okay, why not create a community that there will be this group of women that they can come together, they learn, they grow spiritually, physically, financially. Financial liberation is important because some people, if they are financially liberated, they won't be going through some things they are going through in their marriage. So we created this platform for them to feel seen, to get healed, to get restored, to have hope that okay, your marriage not working does not mean the end of your life. It means that okay, you can restart again, you can do things, you can fix your life again. And majorly God can help you fix your life back. So we focus on that, and we started Unbroken on that. But now, because of the foundation, we are taking it to another level, which I know you are going to talk about.
Yes.
Before we get into that,
that is just briefly.
Okay.
Briefly about how it happened.
Okay.
You have something about Dr. Singh?
No, I've been listening to you about everything you've said about 6 years now that you have been in this, bringing women out of obscurity.
Yeah.
That's very wonderful. And I know you have a platform that you run for these people too, so they can be heard, so they can be seen fine. So I want to ask a question, say, what are the biggest emotional challenges that you have observed so far among these people? Is there something, I know you must have read a lot, you must have seen a lot. Like, what is the biggest one you have encountered so far?
That they've gone through?
Yes.
I think the biggest challenge is when a woman doesn't have identity of her own. And she believes that without the man, she can't survive. I've seen a single mother that said anytime she sees couples that she feels like going back to her baby father, she feels like still managing that marriage. And I was like, excuse me, were you not the one that complained that this guy beat you, chased you out of the house, and you are still feeling, because you see couple doing PDA, public display of affection, you think everything is okay?
Just for that.
See, find yourself first. If you find yourself, self-worth, you won't think that it is until when you see this man in your life. By the time a man knows that you don't know your value, your true worth, then he will treat you anyhow. See, find your life, find yourself back. Then the man that knows your worth will find a way to get you wherever you are. Not that you are the one chasing man. Fine, you can chase a man, you can desire a man, but don't make the man feel like, yes, without me she can't survive. So I think that's one of the there are so many other things that a lot of women face, like maybe when a woman is the one carrying responsibility, marrying an irresponsible man, a man that does not value her, that is not even ready to show any sense of responsibility. So I think that is the major challenge when women don't have self-identity, self-worth for themselves.
Self-worth.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Self-identity, self-worth. That's
Yes.
quite powerful.
I want to ask this question based on some things that are happening out there. And I know you would have had one or two experiences. There was this lady on Facebook then that started this single motherhood group. And she started introducing them to men, in the name
Like
of...
hook up.
Yeah, like hook up. Not really hook up, like trying to settle them. They should marry. I think it was in an Islamic way. Trying to give them to one or two alhaji that can marry 2-3 wives and all. And they turned that group to something else on her. They came after her that she nearly lost her page. So I want to ask, since you've been going with these women, have you experienced, I know you don't do matchmaking. Yes, but have you experienced you trying to save either of them and the story turned around on you, and how were you able to manage the situation?
Wow, that's a very deep question. Let me start from that matchmaking stuff. A lot of people, even guys, they do come to my DM that do I matchmake.
Okay.
That they are looking for spouse. I say I do matchmake. And there was a time that I was even almost tempted to do it because I could maybe do it within my inner circle. Like maybe if I know a guy that is responsible,
Yes.
and I know a lady that is responsible, just say I won't go to them directly, but I could just create an environment whereby both of them will see. But indirectly, I will like introduce, okay, meet this person, meet this person. If they now like each other, continue. So, but I don't matchmake. But I wish to do it, but I don't want to just do what I'm not called or led to do. But I wish to do it. You understand? But aside that, that's why all my programs, sometimes I try to create programs for both male and female so that if they can come together, if you see anybody you like, you talk to the person. You understand? Because of the past experiences of trying to matchmake people, trying to recommend people, and at the end of the day, you see that some people hide their character.
Yes.
Some people, they won't tell you their true, who they are truly. And if you go and matchmake them with somebody, you'll be like, is it the person that you say is this thing you are doing seminar for, you are doing all this for? No, this person does not. It's not really the same thing you are portraying.
Person.
And you can't really stand for someone like that. So that's why I don't do that. That's why on my platform, we don't make fire on the platform. Is a very fun platform that we do jokes, we do different things to ease up people. We create empowerment program and we do teachings, seminars, and prayer so that we want you to develop all around, not just in one area.
Just that.
Because there are some people, the truth is, there are some ladies that they are the one that use their hand to destroy their homes. And they don't, because in the society, people always believe that, maybe men are the one that has the culprit, that the one causing
the culprit.
Hell, honestly, my gender too, we are very funny.
I can be very funny. We
can be very, very funny. A woman can come out and just do all these emotional stories and be crying on the face. Thank God for this social media has even made it worse. Look at the case that is happening recently of this lady that went out and said she was being raped.
And so she was being raped. Don't let us use the word.
It was very, very funny that everything was just for media content.
Yes.
You understand? So next time when a real victim now comes out, will people really come out to help such a person?
No.
So how much more so many people that some women have given false accusations to, and maybe they really face the consequence of that. Maybe some men have faced the consequence. So some women, you really need to really understand them, as in know the deepest and everything about the story they are telling. So I try to understand the story that, who is this person, even beyond what has happened, where are you coming from? So I try to hear, to learn more from their story. So I don't do matchmaking, I don't do things that will bring people together, but we're trying to create the platform that can groom them to a certain level, because most of them are really broken. Most of them are broken. Like I always say that before you can move on to another relationship, you need to get healed first.
Okay.
So that what broke you in the first relationship will not break you again in the next relationship. So if there are things, fine. The person you got married to might have issue, might do some things, might have some weaknesses or some things that really affected. But on your own part, You can't tell me that you are a saint. What are you doing on your own?
100%
Yeah,
saints.
what are you doing? Are you learning? Are you unlearning some things too for yourself so that you can become a better person? I think they say once beaten, twice shy. I think
Twice
they
shy.
can't go into the same thing and think that okay, you still repeat the same habit and you expect the thing to work. It can't work. Not everybody can accommodate that.
Okay.
So so it's a platform that really focus on building behavior, building
Okay.
personality, as in rebuilding ourselves to become better. So matchmaking or no matchmaking, we don't do that. Fine, we have some challenges of different people coming on, like different people lying that they need something, different people lying that okay, this is what my husband is saying, and
Okay.
we will know. Yes, we know. We do the people that will come, that they will do all this emotional stuff and say, my husband is doing this, tell this story to this person, say another story to another person. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I think I read something
this thing
like
is
that.
not adding up.
Yes.
Yes, so we are taking our time to really understand
Wow.
people personality.
So-
Because
so-
it's like oríṣiríṣi
Oríṣiríṣi.
everything like they used to say.
So none of them has ever came for you, like against you.
No, because I don't pass my boundary. What you
Wow.
don't involve me in, I don't want to get into.
You don't want to
personal.
get. Oh,
I don't
that's good.
That's a very
I
good
don't
one.
want to
That's. I
get-
give you kudos for
No,
that.
I don't want to. I don't just want to. I don't want to. Except if somebody is going to. I always say, but before you go to another relationship, please, if you can, let us know. If you want to, you wish to let us know.
You
Because
wish to,
we won't
voluntarily.
want you to just fall into it. So we don't impose things. I don't do matchmaking. I don't impose things. So I've never had a regret of somebody coming after me that you do this, you do that. No. I know it's very, very difficult for a female-based platform.
Not to have such chaos. That's what I'm
exactly.
asking.
So
I was
and
just
on the
going to
platform
say
we
that.
put some rules and guidelines that on this platform we'll see these are the things.
So,
we
sorry, pardon me
accommodate.
to correct something. You are building a community. It's more than platform.
Okay.
Yes.
I think you are seeing it like a
It's a
platform, but
platform,
it's already
honestly.
big.
Well,
It's
What
a
you just
community.
said.
okay,
Yes,
okay,
more than a
okay,
platform.
it's a community.
Yes.
Okay.
So what you're
Thank
building, and that will lead me to the next question I had planned to ask you. Since there's not been any issue or anybody coming after you or anyone, I know you are a guardian counseling certified person and a mental health coach. Do you have a program that is opened? That someone that can send you a message and they can pay for a section with you in case they want to join this platform. We are still going to your foundation, but I want us to round up this and I'll leave the foundation question to my co-host for you. So, do
Okay.
you have such link?
Yeah, I have Oasis counseling, like as a certified counselor from one of the topmost institute of counseling in Nigeria. That's ICN.
That's great.
Yeah, so I got my certificate like 4 years ago, and that's where the journey to counseling, the journey to even me discovering myself afresh began, because I studied chemistry in school. So but this all this, as I said, everything were just falling out because I never
Falling.
knew that. Right from growing up, I thought I would be a medical doctor.
From chemistry to counseling.
It was medicine that led me to chemistry, because they couldn't give me medicine. My result didn't qualify, so they gave me chemistry.
But now you're thinking
So
of mental
from
health.
chemistry now to, but then I used to, I realized something, that then I love to listen to people. I love to, especially guys. I have a lot of male friends. Even though some of them I have ulterior motive, I want to be a
Yes.
friend, maybe just to, but whatever they go through, that's what I know, that men go through things. I've seen guys that they were talking and they were shedding tears. Going through some things, and I do listen to them. And I just give them, why not do this and that? And they will do it. So I just realized, okay, I think I always like to, I don't like people going through things. I will just, how are you? You are looking good today. I will just want to ask, how are you doing? But once I know that, okay, you are not an approachable person, or you are moving to, I won't want to come close, but I will still find a way to, I won't like to see you going through that thing.
Yes.
So I have that feeling. I don't want people to feel bad, feel sad. And I always like to bring something good out of people, that regardless what you've gone through, that your life is not written off. So I think that really helped me to develop that skill, not knowing that it is something I could even study for. So when I wanted to study for, to get a certificate in counseling, I started that Oasis counseling services, where I now get certified, and I can do it more professionally. There are some skill ethics that I have to learn, that I think, okay, number one, you have to be confidential with people's privacy. You can't just talk it when they say something to you. So people tell you something, you don't, hey, you are going through this.
So you need to have a stomach that can.
Some will even preach with it, and you have a platform as pastor. You preach it. No, you could have preached with people's,
Yeah, because I had that question in one of our classes during counseling that, okay, how about if people like story? How about if there's an instance that maybe you want to use it as a reference? Maybe you are talking, you are teaching, maybe teaching in a church or in a seminar, you want to do reference. Like, what does it look like? You are sharing someone's privacy.
Yes, privacy.
And my boss then said that it's still allowed. So far, it's not in the same, or you don't even mention names.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't mention names, and maybe it's not in the same. Maybe somebody that is there, you are talking about that person's private, and you go like this is very, very private to the person. So it's something that people can learn from. Then it's still okay, but you don't mention names and like
don't disclose the person.
Yeah, so
details.
that platform is where people can come to. I open it up for people to come. Okay, you can book a session, whatever you are going through. Let's talk about it. I have different programs on the platform. One-on-one section. There's one I just created last year. That's emotional healing diagnosis scan. That one is for people. A lot of times we go through things, we don't know what we're really going through. We don't know what is wrong with you, but you know that you are not okay. But it's like somebody that always go to the clinic and just complain, okay, I'm having stomach pain, and just go to the doctor. The doctor just give you Panadol or just give you pain relief, and you still keep going back. Doctor, I have this, and you go back doing the same thing. A professional should say that go and do a test, go and do a scan, so that we can know what is wrong with you, and we know the kind of prescription we can give to you. So now, psychologically, we can also refer people that, okay, get this car. Okay, I'm having this thing. I always feel sad. I always feel moody. I don't have the eagerness to do what I want to do. We just, okay, will you do this emotional scan for, so that we can know the basis of what you are going through. So that will now help us to know the kind of prescription that, okay, you need therapy for depression. You have a childhood trauma you need to heal from. So that scan is the newest, latest tool I just released last December that I recommend for people, especially on my platform, that they can always do and
see. And all I can see is that you go back to medicine, just in psychology. You are still diagnosing people.
Indirectly.
Yes, and that's a great one. Over to you.
Very great one.
Yeah,
all right. Thank you so much. In fact, you have really, really done justice to every questions. In fact, I gave you an applause for that. And once again, I'm congratulating you again already on your 45th birthday and the launching of your new foundation.
Yes.
That's really a milestone. Congratulations to you once again. But I have just not really a serious question, but then this is it. What exactly inspired you to start the Bumi Alabi Foundation? Because I heard that it's for single mothers and children from 0 to 16 years of age. Yeah. What exactly inspired you to start this foundation? Is there a personal story or a life experience that led you into that vision?
Thank you very much, Dorcas. Like I said earlier, that I think I talked about what inspired Unbroken.
Yeah.
The Alabi Foundation is a baby that is born out of Unbroken. Unbroken, I said one of the people I focus on for Unbroken is single mother, aside from the mature single ladies and the married one. So these single mothers, they are the ones that have children they raise alone. And like I said, that some of them, they have babies, they have children of middle age and different. And I realized that for every child deserves something, basic needs in life, like good food, shelter, accommodation. Shelter is always for accommodation, education, and some basic needs that every child needs to grow functionally. And a parent that is already broken, a parent that is dysfunctional, or a mother or father that is broken, how do you expect that person to raise a child successfully? They say it takes two to tango. So a child that even both parents can raise himself, they're
not coming up there.
They're not coming up well. How much more one that is raised by a single parent? It's not easy to be a parent, to raise a child. Children has different phases, developing stage, the teenage stage, so different phases. So, and when the child is not properly raised well in that developing stage, that child might tend to grow up to be a dysfunctional child, because a dysfunctional parent can raise a dysfunctional child. Dysfunctional child is going to grow up to be a dysfunctional adult in a society. So we are raising a society that is dysfunctional. So everything starts from the basics. So that's why we say, okay, it's not about the parent. There's something you can't change about the parent.
Yes.
A parent that, okay, let's take aside those people that maybe they became a single parent, maybe not willingly, maybe because of maybe divorce and separation or death of the spouse. You understand? The ones that after they corrected you, don't go to a boyfriend's house, don't do this, don't change, and you understand, they are still repeating the same thing. Don't fall for this guy doesn't love you, say he loves you, and they still have a child for someone that is irresponsible. You understand? So such parent is already feeling like, okay, as in she will be looking like, okay, I'm a loser. This child is a mistake.
Yeah,
you know, each time you see the child, you'll be like, you should go and fling it. If not for you, this boy, if not for you, this girl, that you know, your father is, you know, they begin to transfer that aggression of that innocent child. And the child is just coming to the world on his own.
They even start hating the child.
Hating on the child. And you know, for some people that maybe they got divorced and maybe like divorce and being like a widow or widower too, they never expected that they would lose their partner. Now, trying to go through stages of grieving and raising a child is always going to be difficult.
Yes.
So we decided, okay, let's see how we can come through for this. They say it takes a village to raise a child. What can we do to help this, you know, this young mind to become something better, something that, okay, they know that, okay, people really care for them. Even not that in Bumi Alabi Foundation, we're not going to disregard the parents, but we're going to focus more on the children. Yeah, so that we can give them support, not 100% support, but we're going to just support the needs, their basic needs. Okay, going through, knowing what they do, they need maybe averagely per month or per time, just giving that support. So that thing was inspired from parents that have gone through life challenges and they are still looking, they themselves, they are broken, they themselves, they are going through some situation themselves. So they are not in the right frame of mind to even get things sorted. Some of them, they are not in the right frame of mind to even get a good job so that they can take care of that child.
Especially the women,
regardless that the children must not suffer. They deserve things, they deserve to move on, they deserve to grow. So we want to create that system that we want to support the children so that it can ease the stress off from the parents. So that's the basic reason, the major goal that led to the foundation.
Wow, that's a very good one. In fact, you even answered my next question already. That question.
I see that.
And I was like, oh wow. So the next question for me now will be that what message exactly do you have for single mothers they're struggling and then feeling alone right now, and how can these individuals, how can organizations, how can this public support or partner with the foundation?
Yes.
How can they come in? I mean, the individuals, organizations, how can they come in? How can the single mothers join in? How can we bring the children in? How can organization even come to support the foundation?
Okay, let me start from this. Single mothers, you are not alone. That's the first I wanted to know. You are not alone.
Yes.
And the fact that we, people like the foundation, like myself and my team, we are there for you. So to support you. You are not, never think that you're alone. Because we know that there are so many organizations out there that are doing different things, but we just chose to carve this niche for you so that we can create the support for you. And we don't do that alone. We can't do that alone. To our viewers, we know that there are so many people out there that are looking for how to support, to do things. Okay, how can I give back to the society? Even companies or individuals. See, this is a very fertile ground for you too, because there's nobody that does humanitarian service that God does not see. He sees the labor, he sees what you put in, he sees your work, he sees your heart, your cheerful giving heart. So this foundation is open to individual and organization who wants to partner with us to give a better life to these children. So we are hoping to support from anybody that is led to do it. Like now, this Friday, we are going to a foundation. So that will be like, we are sowing seed to another to an existing organization
Okay.
that cater to the needs of children, like a way to start up. That's on my birthday, so we want to source it to give them some things to play with them and see how they run things, so that it will be like a foundation for our own to start, for us to start. And we are not creating a physical place for our own children.
Foundation,
Yes,
okay.
but we are giving the support for them directly. And for people that wants to be the ones that have children, you are qualified, then you have to reach out.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to reach out to us through the number that will be scrolled on the screen. If you can, please, you reach out to us, and there's a procedure, because it's not as much as it's a charity. Also, we build it on a very good structure, accountability. We have team, we have trustee, so we have different people in the trustee. So we have procedure. So you are going to fill a form. There will be interview. There will be some follow up.
Oh, the interview?
Yes,
That's
there will be
nice.
follow up, because we have to really know that you need this.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
We have
if
to
not,
know-
everybody
yes,
just start coming
we have
in.
to,
the
so
name of
it's not
that.
something that is open to everybody,
Yeah,
just but
that's
people that
very
really
good.
need it.
I
Some
know
people
that.
don't need it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
people that need, so you can just reach out through Bumi Alabi website, www.bumialabi.com, or you call
Okay.
the numbers from the board. Most importantly, we need support and sponsors. This is very important. We need some of them. We have some children on the that are on the what should I in the foundation already.
Wow.
Yeah, we have some few of them there that individuals have been bringing support. Even before the foundation started officially, there are some children there that were already giving support to.
Okay.
Yes, like some of them, their average needs from baby of like 5 months old.
Wow.
We give support to for their basic needs like food, diapers, and the like. Some of them for their school fees, that will pay some of their school. So we need more support for this, please. Yes, seeking that support is very, very important.
All right, that's a very good one. Having said, you are not just doing it for doing sake.
Yeah.
You are not doing what others are doing. There is a defined vision
Yeah.
as regards this foundation, and this is what we want people to see. We want people to be open to this, that you are not alone in this. We have fighters here, and they are ready to help you.
Fighters. I have fighters. Thank God that you are also part of the team. So I have
Yes.
fighters.
I love the energy. We
I
have
know
fighters.
I know she
Okay.
has that advocacy, women advocacy.
Yes,
Fight for your rights.
You are never alone. You are never alone in this. And also,
Yeah.
that brings me to one particular question.
Okay.
We know you very well. She can also attest to what I'm going to say.
Okay.
You're a very good cook. You are a family woman. You are a mother,
We are counting.
guidance counselor,
Yes.
mental coach.
Yes.
You are even a motivational
Yeah, same,
speaker.
same
Yeah.
now.
And you are let us separate this. And you are a pastor.
Yes.
How do you do everything together?
Thank you.
Where's the
Where's the magic wand?
Where is the strength?
Tell
Tell us
Where's
about
the
it.
magic wand?
You know the way you're analyzing this mouth, please, what are you describing?
How does everything and doesn't affect one? How does everything run together? Show us the strength.
Do you sleep at all?
Honestly,
No, I sleep now.
do you rest?
Okay.
I sleep now. You ask me, do I sleep? Don't be that in the middle of the night sometimes.
I was wondering.
You
So
do
you don't sleep.
I sleep on most
You
times.
sleep. You are making me feel like a superwoman, like a
Yes, you are.
magician.
That's what you are.
Tell you about how I cook, and I was like, who are you talking about? Just say, is it me?
Zio.
Oh, God. Well, funny enough, all this thing you mentioned is like, I didn't even see it as, it's just like a regular or normal thing.
Yeah.
That I'm just flowing in, as in, I'm not seeing it as one something like an entity. I'm a counselor. I'm a pastor.
So we are the ones saying
I'm
it
a
for
cook.
you.
So it's like my normal day-to-day.
Day-to-day activity.
Activity.
So even when your children are still
You
young,
understand?
you
Yeah,
don't
when my
feel.
children are still young, I think everything it flows in and out. As in, like my children were even my first counselee that I counsel. I use them as a, I don't know what they call it, like a specimen.
Specimen,
After my-
practical.
Yes. So I counsel. So even when I was finishing my program, then I had to counsel my children. They were going through some things, and I called the younger one. I was using all those skills. I was using those skills. and the younger one was open, was sharp, telling me something. I said, okay, I was writing it because you have to submit the report. The older one, that one, child, that one gets, you get coconut head like me. He was just, mommy, nothing. I use all the skill, mommy, nothing. You okay? Mommy, I'm okay, I'm fine. He was still young then, but later, I had to change the skill, and it was when he mentioned something. He said, mommy, if I shout, will you be hungry? I said, shout again. Well, so I've been a shouting mom, so I now have to change my
Okay, you
behavior.
mean he said if you shout?
That if he tells me something, will I shout?
Okay,
Oh.
yes.
Yes. So that thing now sends a signal to me that, okay, I've been a shouting mom to this boy. So that's why he was here to tell me some things. I was thinking that he should be open to me, he should be free, but he has built that fear that if I tell my mom this thing, she will shout. So I began to be intentional about so being a counselor will help me to work on myself first. Because I can't say I'm counseling people, you can't go through this and you go, I'm depressed. What am I teaching? I mean, I'm deceiving myself. What I can't practice, then I'm not teaching it.
Teaching
So
practical.
I use myself as a specimen, then I use my family too as a specimen to start. So the normal thing I used to do, I say, okay, I'm advising them, you have to do this. Like, as a normal African mom, I now use my counseling skill to, so it's not like
shape the house,
so it's like normal day-to-day
activity.
that I do with them. So my children, they know what I do. They are into it already. Okay, my mom is a counselor. The time my younger son asked me, mommy, which one do you do, sir? And that thing I felt embarrassed because she was thinking that, okay, maybe they asked him in school that which one does a mom and what one does a mom do, and she couldn't
He asked many,
He couldn't even pick one.
No, I couldn't pick one. So he now came to ask, mommy, please, what is your profession?
My mom is Baboniche.
I couldn't even say anything.
Thank you, Boniche.
Baboniche.
See me do everything, organize program, because I always like to carry them along whenever I'm having a program, because they ask me, mommy, if I will be the one to ask me, mommy, won't you go for just a chat today? Mommy, won't you do this for me? Mommy, when is on board? So they know everything I do, and I carry them along. So like when I released my foundation, my son was like, mommy, I'm proud of you. Now you don't have a foundation. I was like, so what's the big? So is this boy feeling?
Yeah.
Is he feeling? I was
feeling
like,
proud.
So he's proud of his mom.
Yes.
So they are aware of what I do. My cooking aspects, another another aspect of me. The cooking aspect has been something
irresistible.
I love cooking. I just cook for fun. I love to serve people, to cook for people. Even though I might not even taste the food, I might not even desire to eat food, but I love to see people eat, serve them, they enjoy the food. So I grew up cooking. I love cooking. I love baking. I think I started with baking when I was growing up. I love baking, and I love it. And when I started my food, I think when I started my restaurant, it's something I've been, because years back when I got married, I was actually looking for a job. I was looking for a job when I got married. In fact, I remember what even led me to go and start my business. And I started with cake business, like I said. So I applied for a job interview at a meat production company. I think around Alausa. So my husband and I went there. I put on suit. When I got to the environment, I first looked at the environment where we parked the car. I saw that the road seat on the plan, milk factory on the plan. I told my husband, I said, this place doesn't look like what I'm looking for. I said, I saw this advert on the babies. I said, let's come down first and go check the place. So we got out from the car. We were walking through the streets. When I got to the number of the house, they gave me, so it's like a roof apartment. You understand? I saw the guy standing in front of the place waiting for Mugu applicant that will come and apply for the job, and I didn't even do as if I said, see, that might likely be where we're going to go. Let's just walk pass and just go. That this is not what I want. This is not what I want. This is not like it at all. After that time, I said, see, people know how to cook, you know how to do cake. Go and learn, go and get a place where you are going to learn how to bake cake. So I started with baking cake. I went to learn how to bake cake. I've been baking cake before too, but I advanced my knowledge in baking cakes.
Cakes.
And I started cooking for people. I started doing training gradually for people. I had classes. I had different sections. And when I opened my restaurant, that was the it was something I was dreaming to have, but I had it when my husband and I started a business, vintage Africana museum. We have the museum by the side and the restaurant on the side, and I was able to carve out my niche, which is vintage pounded jam. With that
F4 you
anytime you come around with your people, with your family, and you be like, you say something that you said a message that thank you for being consistent. That thing really meant a lot. That
Honestly, it's
so
consistency.
because me, I feel like what I'm doing normally, as I'm doing it like a regular. So I was even asking myself. Somebody said, "What do?" There was a time a guy came to my place, my restaurant, and I served him pounded jam. I think he's an influencer, and my husband did a video testimony for him to talk about it, and he was like, this pounded jam, this F4 roll, this skinny coffee, what did you put? I was like,
You see what I said?
The F4 went to Harvard.
and I was like, and after that time, anybody that comes to Vintage Africana through this guy's page, they will tell me that please, that F4 roll, exactly the pounded jam that you serve that guy is what you should serve. So I had to accept it. So later, I have a brother in London. He said he had to block me at the point that I used to oppress him with the pounded jam. So he will not be teasing me that he's like, you are the one that wants to take after our grandma that used to sell pounded jam.
Wow.
That she used to sell pounded jam without soup.
Now I get where the magic hand
So
came
they
from.
were now telling me, so I was not like, which one is taking after our grandma that used to sell pounded jam.
Yeah,
so now
picking
they've
this
turned me
one, no?
to Bumi Alabi, the pounded jam seller. Well, there's something that I don't want to even, I don't want them to call me, but it's like people still choose to call me. So people now, they come to me based on what they need. If you need counseling, you come to me and Bumi Alabi the counselor.
It's the food.
If you need food, Bumi Alabi the food.
At least you are there.
So they, when I told people that, okay, I model too. I'm sure you didn't
I
mention
didn't even mention
that. I model. When my husband told, like, say, go and meet a guy, he's an agent for modeling. I said, okay. He talked to the guy and they said there's an auditioning for Airtel. So he said, do I have native? I said, okay. I said, I have the one for my wedding. And I took it there. I didn't even take makeup. I saw these fine girls, very sleeky girls, and they were doing makeup. They even brought people that would do makeup and gele. Me, I didn't do anybody. I just did small makeup. I saw my name was number 113 on the list.
On the list.
So I already lost hope that all these fine, all these girls from Eastern Park that are very clean. So I was
you will lose hope at first.
I lost hope.
Oh.
I just did the posting. I snapped the pictures. 2 weeks later, I got a call from the guy.
Wow.
That out of all the 13 people, I was 113 that they picked me, and I was like, what I do?
Natural
model.
Anything I do, all this you understand?
They won't spend too much money.
And I was like, okay, they said they are looking for you at Airtel office. I got there. I never believed until when I saw my picture on their screen there with Airtel or something. And I signed the contract for like certain time. And that time, see how the ministry ministry now comes into aligning with what you do. That time I was planning a program at University of Ilorin then for youth, and I didn't have any money on me. Wow. That's why God gives you an assignment. Just just respond. Even if you don't have what it takes, just respond. God who gave you that
purpose that you need,
will give you provision.
Yeah.
So after I signed that agreement and everything, I kept going back there. They didn't pay me. So later they said they didn't use the advert. But I said, but I snap picture and I signed the agreement. You have to pay for like 3 months. They didn't pay. I kept going back. They didn't pay me. 2 weeks to that program in Lorry then, they've been calling that they needed money for this, and my husband too couldn't get some things for me. 2 weeks, they just called me that they are paying money. I was like, because they would call me that we should come, I would go and they won't pay. I just said, okay, let me go. And during that time, I was learning shoemaking at Yanokmaja.
Shoemaker. Okay.
And then my husband was we're into all this craft and like we're doing bags and shoes, sneakers, and
Oh,
so he
I
told
think
me
I
to
saw
go.
that
He told me to
too.
go and learn
Okay.
how to make that. So I was doing. So I had to leave Badore to go to Allen. I think Allen, where Allen Airtel office was. I got there. They said, "You Bumi Alabi, so just sign here." I signed, and they gave me that cash. Like they gave me that cash. Yeah, as in, I was like, "Am I dreaming?" I carried it to my just. Wait, I took it to my Olowori. I said,
Olowori, you know.
CEO. It is a reality. You know, I was like, wow, just like that. And now I was able to pay for the program I was able to have in the lorry, so I paid. So monthly paid me. So ever after then, I would be going for audition, even though I didn't do any other one afterwards. But the problem was, they said I was neither, because of my look, I was neither within the age of young Gen Z,
Gen Z.
neither motherly
look.
You understand? Then I was still even very slim. I think like 3 or 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
So they can't really pick me. They can't fit me into a mama. Because they think I have a baby look.
Okay.
So I can't still fall into the category of the younger ladies.
Modeling has shifted now.
So
we should call you soon. They are using younger ladies as models.
So I can't fit into those younger ladies because I'm not a Gen Z, but I don't still have the look
of the mamas.
So I shall day my day. But in case modeling job comes, I'm still open.
So what was I saying? She's A to Z of anything that brings income.
That brings income.
It brings income.
But even if it brings income and it doesn't stress me, because I said, see, on this time, now flex level, I don't want to stress myself. So anything that I want to do, little work, much pay, no stress, no hassle.
So that answers it. Everything you do, everything you speak is a life that you have modeled.
And it aligns and it works in.
Yes, everything aligns with each other.
It's just
the pastoral aspect. I don't have a church. I'm serving under my father in the Lord. I'm proud to be a member of the House of God Ministry, pastored by Pastor Dixon. He's my spiritual father. So in the children department, we do that on Sunday and on other days. So everything still aligns together with each other.
Okay, and this will take me to another question I have for you, and my colleague should prepare other questions so we can round up. I want to ask, as a person that you've handled all this business, Bumi Alabi, the cook, the mother, the wife, the caterer, the everything, the counselor, and all. Do you have your personal weakness that nobody knows about?
Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Fumi. Actually, there's nobody who is perfect. Nobody that is perfect except God Almighty.
Okay.
We are all human and we all have our weaknesses. Anybody that is telling you that, oh, he's perfect, is a lie. It's a big lie. And one thing with me is I don't like to really, I don't want to paint what I'm not to people. And most of the time I use my own life experience to even teach or to even talk to people. Even though sometimes it's not really good because I even might use it against you.
Yes.
But at the same time I still want to be realistic at times with people that this thing happens. Mistake happens. You can make mistakes. You might say, oh, I don't want to do this thing, I can't do this thing, but you see that you find yourself doing it. So maturity is where you acknowledge that yes, you are human and you can mess up. But it's not about you messing up, it's about you identifying why are you messing up. You just want to repeat the same thing that you did, or the same that you know that okay, this thing is not good for you, it's not working for you, it's bad for you, or you just want to work on yourself. So most of the time we don't want to acknowledge or identify the things we are not doing right, and that is not really helpful for growth, for a growth mindset. Because if you want to have a growth mindset, you must accept that okay, you are below, then you want to leave this lower level, you want to go to another level, because there's always a higher level than where you are. So if you believe that you have attained the highest level, then you can't grow. If you believe that okay, I've gotten to the best, then that means you believe that okay, there's no room for you to grow. But you have to always believe that okay, there's always something better that you can do better.
You can do better.
You are not the best, so I'm not doing it better. So
you can always be better.
I open myself. I have my weaknesses. I have my like what I told you about my son telling me that mommy, do you shout? So I know that I get angry. I know that I could get angry. I could react. I could do something sometimes. But what are the effect of those things on my children, or even myself? I know that okay, this thing it can affect what I do. You understand? So I wouldn't say okay, I don't have things that I have weakness on, but I could say okay, I draw strength from it. I use my own weakness. I use some tools that I use for people to work on myself first. And if I see that this thing work for me, then I can recommend it that okay, you too can use it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Over to my
So-
co-host.
Thank you for the answers. It was far. But now that you are 45 years old, although you look younger than you're 45,
Yes.
but
yes.
if your 45-year-old self could speak to your younger self, what would you say?
I love that question.
Yes.
I love my 45 years. My younger self would say that she's proud of who I've become, regardless what she went through then. Because my younger self never found a voice. My younger self never found identity in who she would be. My younger self never found value in herself because, like I was saying, that then my mom always said that it's like my sibling would say that I'm a mistake child. I never wanted me. And you know what they call a mistake is now what is celebrated.
You celebrate.
When the last becomes the first.
Yes. So I didn't allow what people say about me to do much, or even though it affected me while growing up, it affected my self-esteem, it affected my self-worth, it affected my confidence because I have to now be leaning on people before I could find a voice for myself. So my younger self will be proud that regardless what she went through, I was able to heal myself from what could not be healed then. So if I had to go back to my younger self, I think my younger self, I'm not disappointing you. I'm making you proud, and I will make you proud more.
Wow, that's a very good one. When you have a vision, you need to run after it like a madman, making sure that nobody turns it off.
Regardless.
That's very,
Yeah,
in
that's
fact,
nice.
I love that question, and this will be my final question to you, and this goes directly to the foundation.
Okay.
So, which is that what legacy do you hope the Bumi Alabi Foundation will leave in the life of children and single mothers?
Yeah.
If you look back, like probably you are already growing old. Okay, let me put it this way. We know with this mindset towards this foundation is going to turn out even more than you expected. So if, let's say you clock 90 years old, what are you going to look back to that? Oh, this is what this Bumi Alabi Foundation have done thus far. What legacy do you want to leave behind this Bumi Alabi Foundation?
Yeah, I want children that goes through this foundation and that goes through it. I want them to be able to say, because of Bumi Alabi Foundation, we got our life back. Because I know what childhood trauma could cause a child. I know what it cost me. But I wouldn't want any child to go through that again. If I were to have my younger self back, there are so many things I would have done better when I was younger. You understand? And this goes to the parents. There are so many things our parents could have helped us to heal from, even while they were parenting us, that would have helped us. So in the next future, when I'm of age, I want to look back and say, yes, I came, I saw, I lived, and I conquered.
Yeah. Just like Paul did.
Yes.
Just like Paul said, yes.
That's a great one.
That's a very great one.
Having been the last question from my colleague to you, something came on my mind as you're rounding up. I want to use it as your last to round up or whatever you have to still add to this interview, because we know it's actually for your 45th birthday and it's a special edition. So we might not have some question you really want to talk about.
Okay.
But in a world where we have, we grew up as disciplinary parents, mothers, trying to make sure that you face the music of your decision. Whatever you do, all the consequences are your own, because it is your choice to do that. Wouldn't it look like you are encouraging single parenting or single motherhood? Have you been questioned that way, that why are you covering this person up? Are you happy that this person landed this way? You are supposed to help them to be better. You're encouraging them. They become single mother. They bring child for you, and you're caring for them. How will you? What do you think about that? Are you encouraging single parenting?
Let me even, before that, in case, maybe I'll use this to commit myself to this. But I'm saying this to advocate for our fathers to rise up for the male children.
Okay.
Looking back, you see that there are a lot of foundations, organizations that focus much on single girl, like a
Girl child.
girl child. That
Yes.
focus more on them. But regardless, we still have single parents. Regardless, some of them still make mistakes. Regardless, some of them still fall victim. You know, like I was saying, that there's no way that you can. There are some things that you will try your best, you will do everything, you will encourage, you will talk to them, but a child that will miss it is still
To
miss
see mess.
a child that will mess up will still mess up. So these few ones are the ones we are focusing on. Fine, thank God for the ones that are able to embrace the teachings, are able to bring better things out of their life. But the few that are still messing up, doing things, making some mistake, that life happens to them, they are the ones we are focusing on. Anyone that chooses to go the other way, they are the one that will dance to the tune of the music they play. They take the responsibility, but at the same time, we won't say because they mess up, we just abandon them. It's still because of the innocent child. So we just have to look at it, okay, fine, you messed up, you make mistakes, regardless, all these things, all these teachings, all this training, you messed up, but the fact that you messed up doesn't mean that we just leave you in your mess. We clean up. We've seen some that we will, after cleaning up, they will still go back to the
Still
mess.
go back and
Yes.
Wow.
It happens like that. It happens like that. They will still go back to it until somebody makes up a mind or is a mind that I'm ready to change, that this is not how I want to continue with it. Or the person can sit back and talk to us and say that no, I don't want to follow this path again.
sorry, but for such person that went back to it, because they normally say that if you have any challenge, people will help you, but you carry majority of the pain.
Absolutely.
How come? Should we call that a mental health issue?
That means for the that's why I'm saying that for the people that I maybe let me say mentor, we have to look at, okay, why did this person make this mistake? And most of it is, that's why I talked about self-identity. Most of them they believe that it is only in the man that they always run back to, that they can find themselves. So by the time we teach them self-identity, they can't go back again. So anyone that goes back, that means there's something that is still missing. That means the person has not been diagnosed well. We have to find out, okay, why is this person falling into the same pattern?
Thing, the same pattern.
Because we must not repeat. It will be hard for the person to go through the same pattern again. So we must allow the person to go through all this series of understanding. We don't really focus on the mistake. We focus on why did they make that mistake? What was missing? What was missing in your life that you went back to that guy? And that's why I said that majority thing that I saw is self-identity. They don't know their self-worth. A lady that knows her self-worth will believe that I can't just give myself cheaply to a guy to just say, okay, if you love me, I'll give me your body. Or you want to use a pregnancy to carry a guy down. No, it is not working.
Wow.
So it is hard for you to see that anyone that goes back to repeat the same thing, that means the person has not really gone through the
training. Okay.
Their words.
That's good.
So okay, I was saying something about the male child. I think this is my final passing word.
Okay.
Please, I want the men out to rise up for the male children. Because we are talking about people that brings single mother. Fine. Okay, I agree that this lady keeps going back to them. Can't men too raise boys that will be able to be disciplined enough to control themselves too? A lot of people have abandoned boy child. They don't
To
really
female
talk.
child.
Yes, we are grooming female child to become the queen, but who are going to be the king that are going to marry this queen that we are raising? So we have to balance it. So it's not because I have two boys. You understand? There are sometimes I wish that, okay, this boy will have programs, people that will mentor them, that will build them. So there are a lot of irresponsible men out there, and women are getting upper hands because they are being empowered, they are open to learning, open to training. But men believe that, okay, I know it out, I'm the man, I don't need to learn. Let me shall give the woman
The pride.
money. Life is beyond that.
Yeah.
So there are some men that they are irredeemable. You can't correct them, you can't remake them, because it will be as if you are breaking dry fish. You understand? So it is better for you to take them from the basis, teach them. So teach them from when they are young, boy child. Please let our daddies rise up to groom the boy child, groom them. Me, I might just want to do it by myself, but please, there are people that might. If God is giving you that vision, any one of you, if God is giving you the vision,
are you using style to speak to me? Is the Holy Spirit using you to attack me right now?
So I've accepted it that the Holy Spirit is saying you. So don't focus on the girl child.
Honestly.
That's a serious one. I want us to work on that, but regardless, please, that is my desire and what I really want.
Okay.
But honestly, if we have responsible fathers, even without talking to their male children, when they see what they do, they tend to copy what they do. They tend to follow their steps. At least I have a lot of male friends. Okay, even before going to that, I watched one interview for Mark Angel. I'm sorry for mentioning his name, but at least he said it with his own mouth that if he is his own daughter, he would not marry a man like himself.
Wow.
And I'm like, what?
Yes.
So he acknowledged that
He acknowledged it himself.
Yes.
I have male friends that said they had to unlearn what they learned from their father.
nobody can say that except a broken man.
Yes.
So he's broken
He's
and
actually, and he worked on himself.
Yes.
He's still working on
he's
himself.
still working
as
on
well.
it. So that's why I say
Yes.
if we can all choose to work on it, I say whether male or female.
Male or
It's not about
female.
people teaching you, having seminar. If they're giving you seminar and you taking
You are
time
still not
to
ready to take
invest, we can invest on our look. It's not about looking good. It's about
It's not about keeping bed dance.
yes.
No.
So
what is inside to
what
matters.
is inside the container matters. So once you know what to carry, then to help you that okay, there's more to your life than just messing it around. So we are not encouraging single motherhood. Take note of that. We are not encouraging single
Yes,
motherhood, but we are
that's
just
emphasis on
yes, we
that.
are not encouraging single mother. There's one song that says Oluyala Yoju.
You went home for us.
I went home for you.
You just show
You
woman.
understand,
Later.
fine, you understand. This is for people who
Yes.
become single mother by the virtue of the lifestyle they choose
Lifestyle,
to live. Not people that
mistakes.
become, mistake. Yes, we don't want that for the divorce, for the
Widow,
divorce. If
that's-
we're married is not working too, you can become a single, you can separate yourself. Yes, you are a single mother. There's no, you don't stigmatize them. Oh.
Yes.
A divorced mother that run for her life.
For safety.
Yeah, she's a single mother and she's proud to take care of her children.
Yes.
So please, it's not a stigma. Don't stigmatize single mother. This other one that make me say they are just the one that we're talking about that
You were just
we are not
vulnerable,
encouraging
yeah.
it. Yes, we are not encouraging. We are here to support single mothers that are maybe from divorce, separated, that run for safety,
Widow.
Yes. These are also in the category. But all these other ones, they are just part of it by the virtue of the mistake they make. But we are not encouraging you to make such mistakes.
And the viewers shouldn't even forget that about the Bumi Alabi Foundation. He said you are going to be even screening them. That is doing interviews. Not that we just. So that's for me to emphasize on that you don't. It's not like you are. How would I put this word?
There's cash dole out. Yeah. No, we are going
Yes.
to screen and make sure that you actually qualify.
Yes,
To have
exactly.
access.
I know that we are going
Yes.
to give the parents money. We're
Okay.
not giving them money.
And now giving
Exactly.
parents
Yes,
money.
It
we are-
goes
we are
directly
getting
into-
directly. If you are paying for a child's school, it goes directly into the
Into-
school account.
Okay.
If you are
Yes.
buying things
Oh,
for the
that's-
child, we are buying it. So and there's going to be receipts because everything will be done. We are not giving anybody
Documented for continuity
Well
and
documented.
accountability.
So, yes.
Yes.
So,
So-
don't think maybe you are coming here to come and collect one money for your and you say your child is clinical. No.
Yes.
Please get
Wow,
that clear.
wow. But what a life to live. What a good life to
What?
live.
And finally, sorry for
Yeah.
the foundation on my birthday, which is coming up next tomorrow on Friday. We are going to orphanage home.
Yes, I was about to say that. So
Okay,
please go ahead.
Okay, orphanage home on Friday. I know we already have people that are going with us, but if you have something to give to the children, please you can kindly send to me. Send to just put in the comment and just reach out to me. Cash gifts, food, stuff,
Clothing.
clothes, yes,
Clothing.
so
Even
you
if it is cash.
yes, it's welcome. So on Friday,
Yes.
we're going on Friday. I'll be 45 on Friday.
Yippee!
So
20.
see,
45
she
looking
didn't wait
20.
for us to wish happy birthday. She said, I'm 45 on Friday.
It's not
45.
easy. It isn't that easy thing.
All right. Honestly, you don't look it.
Don't look
And
it.
it's a special edition for you as a special person.
Thank you.
And I want to let you know that we really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes.
You're an awesome person. Yes.
Thank
Your
you.
personality has been a blessing.
Yeah.
And it's not only, even from, we didn't mention that you are a children teacher as well. You did parental guidance as well in your local church. You know, you've been able to impart to either young, old, mothers,
In one way or
fathers,
the other.
in one way or the other. And we appreciate you for this. We intend to give you a flower today. Yes, because you deserve the flower, and you definitely get your flower. You deserve a flower. Yes, we appreciate you when we have you.
Yeah.
And it's our prayer that you are going to be here till 180. We will sit back and review this foundation together. If Christ delay is coming in Jesus' name. We appreciate you, and to our viewers out there, thank you for staying till the end of the chat with us. And please join this course. It's a good course.
Yes.
Help a child. Let's send some children to school. Let's help a parent to raise their child properly, so that when your own children are sleeping peacefully, their child will not be coming to your door with guns. So please, let's help them out of the street, join the foundation, and there's a way to contact her. And my co-host, you did a good justice to just questions. We are happy to have you again, Mrs. Ekeneke. And together we want to say to Mrs. Alabi, happy birthday!
Long life and prosperity.
Thank you
Love
very
you.
much. Thank
Bye.
you. Love you too. All right.
See you next time. Bye.
See you next week.